The Power of Leading with Your Authentic Self, a wisdom teaching from the Intergalactic Alliance of Light Beings. Channeled for you by Canadian psychic medium, multidimensional channel, Tracy Mill. Greetings, friends. Ascension is a funny term, for it gives the impression that once we have arrived at a more ascended state, or a higher vibrational way of looking at the world and responding to it, we will simply stay in that state permanently. But that's not the case at all. And this week, I was gently reminded of this little truth when I chose to take what appeared to be a logical approach to an overwhelming situation, only to feel horrible about the choices I had made afterwards. I had inadvertently allowed myself to become unnecessarily defensive, and in doing so, I had dropped myself into the lower vibrational fields of reality. I was following Chimera's guidance to go outside and get grounded while playing with my dog. When heading into the backyard, my dog took a spill down our hill, ending up at the bottom with his feet over his head and looking rather uncomfortable. His predicament caught me off guard and brought a laugh to my lips. And this is when Chimera stepped in to remind me that all of us take missteps from time to time. We then watched together as my dog resiliently bounced up from where he'd landed and proceeded to continue chasing squirrels and birds and happily being in the moment of now in his full authentic self. I asked how I could gain that kind of peace and wisdom, and that is when Chimera came through with this little pep talk. It certainly helped me to turn myself around, and I hope it serves you in case you find yourself wandering away from the fields of the heartland vibrations and into the shadowland of insecurity and uncertainty. Greetings, dearest Star Angel. I am Chimera. In today's transmission, we wish to speak to you about missteps and the importance of your internal dialogue when it comes to how quickly or how slowly you will recover from what you may perceive as a mistake. As an Earth Star Angel, you're always growing, always co-creating, and looking to improve your life with the purpose of feeling better about any given subject or condition at any given time. If you can accept the idea that your life lessons won't always be new lessons, then you'll be better able to see old lessons in new disguises and new formats. This will be a very big determining factor in how quickly you recover from anything you perceive as out of balance or out of alignment with your highest wishes or highest good. If you could imagine that you have two counselors within you at any given time, a very wise, ancient counsel, and a very dramatic, reactive counsel, then you could gain a better understanding of the constant push and pull always happening between your ego self or constructed self and your spirit self or authentic self. So how can you tell the difference between your ego voice and your soul voice? Well, your ego voice represents your old training and your old constructed self, and your spirit voice represents your authentic self and your new lessons. Your ego is like a makeover queen extraordinaire, always looking outside of yourself for approval, and it lives to help you fit in and be acceptable to others, no matter who those others are. Following your ego will keep you in a constant state of flux and insecurity as you attempt to protect your spirit from getting hurt emotionally. If given the chance, your ego will do a complete makeover on your authentic self. And your ego is reactive, not proactive. So ego-based solutions tend not to work out, for they regularly fail to take the big picture into consideration. The danger of looking outside of yourself for validation or trying to explain yourself to someone who doesn't really know you or really care about your truth is that you're lining yourself up for unnecessary pain and suffering. Trying to explain yourself unnecessarily or trying to change yourself for someone you barely know or who is actually looking for an excuse to judge you or give you a hard time is akin to tying yourself up in knots and leaving yourself at the mercy of an unmerciful situation. Only you can decide when you're going to love yourself enough to break old training of people-pleasing and reclaim your power to choose your path as you see fit. No justification needed, only your own approval. In this way, you release yourself from Shadowland vibrations and help return yourself to the Heartland fields where you have been residing quite often now. If you're not sure what we're talking about, we recommend you check out our 5-part Ascension Apple series. It explains everything to do with vibrations, frequencies, and what you can expect during your ascension changes. Your spirit knows the way to the fields of the Heartland vibrations. It knows how to have fun. It knows how to simply accept yourself as yourself in any given moment at any given time. Perfection is not required by your spirit, merely progress, learning and relearning old lessons by applying them in new ways and in new variables. The vibration of defensiveness is interesting because it often comes as a response to perceived judgment from without, but in reality, it starts when you judge yourself as unworthy somehow or unacceptable. What comes to you from the outside is a reflection of what's going on with you on the inside. And if you can accept that life is about choices, not perfection, then you can help shift the internal dialogue and shift the focus of your thoughts away from lower vibrational shadowland feelings and up towards heart vibrational possibilities. Nothing in this life is a one-shot deal, and your dogs could teach you a few things about self-acceptance and how to shake off a mistake or a misstep with a sense of humor, returning your focus to the next adventure, trying not to make the same mistake twice. For mistakes and missteps are a natural part of your learning process. Stop resenting them and start appreciating them for the learning tools that they really are. Once you've figured out that you're not as connected to your intuition as you'd like to be, you must first wind your way back along the path of emotions that led you to feeling off in the first place before making any further moves. Here's a simple 5-step process. Step 1. Step away from everything, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Step 2. Go to your happy place or get to your happy place as quickly as possible. This could be an actual location or state of mind, achieved through music, play, bathing, visualization, lovemaking, singing, cooking, exercising, or anything else that taps into the creative side of your brain. Step 3. Once in your happy place, take a few deep breaths in and out as you envision sending a line of energy from your heart out the top of your head to connect with what you perceive as your higher self, somewhere about 5 to 3 feet above your head. Step 4. Call on your guide team and ask for a clearing of any and all energy cords attached to you that are of a negative vibration and a removal of all psychic burrs currently clouding your clear thinking. Breathing gently, imagine tiny strings of tar-like tendrils being evaporated or ethereally cut away from you, and see the yucky, sticky psychic burrs being removed from your mind. Do this until you feel no more residual guilt, frustration, confusion, defeatism, resentment, self-judgment, or a need to feel defensive anywhere within your body-mind-spirit complex. This will automatically help you to clear your chakras and realign them as well, leaving you feel open and balanced. For more on chakras, check out our 8-minute chakra alignment series, also on YouTube. Step 5. Envision connecting to what you perceive as your higher self and plug into the fields of energy that are enormous, timeless, and directly connected to your guide teams and source itself. Breathe this connection in and let it fill up your heart before plugging into your solar plexus. Once plugged in there, ask yourself this question: what lie have I been telling myself that's getting in my way or is not in alignment with my highest truth? Take note of your answers and recognize that this may take a while and will require absolute honesty, not judgment, from yourself. Once you have pinpointed what messages you've been sending yourself and believing that aren't true for your spirit, ask yourself this: what does that highest part of me, who loves me the most, that can see all angles and players involved, believe I should do in this situation right now? What's your answer? That is your spirit's truth, and it may be as far away from how your ego is seeing things as you can possibly imagine. But you'll know you found your truth by the way it feels in your gut, as your gut feelings are actually your spirit's way of getting your attention. Your truth will feel good. Your truth will feel comfortable all the way through and allow you to return to your authentic self, imperfections and all, with acceptance at the core of your process. Your soul whispers are just for you, not for anyone else, and they will help you to lighten up on yourself and to include a little fun with your wisdom, helping you to stay in alignment with the higher vibrational fields of the 5th dimension. Just keep trying your best to be your best, and remember, dear one, what other people think of you rarely has anything to do with you and everything to do with them. In this way, you'll be able to jump over the hurdles of self-judgment and return yourself to the higher vibrational fields of playfulness, curiosity, and boundless possibility. Stay bright, dear one. You're doing much better than you think. Until next time, in the highest light of love and truth, on behalf of the Intergalactic Alliance of Light Beings, I am Chimera. Namaste. If you have enjoyed this video, check out more of our offerings on YouTube, or like and subscribe to stay posted. WhatComesNextForYou.com. What's in your future?